Hello, everyone. This is a podcast where we will talk about time management and work life balance. I am Raima Ghosh, your host today, and I belong to the operations team. I do patent research and I'm a fresher in Gravy. Today, I have Muzammil with me. Muzammil is said to be one of the greatest people who has aced the art of time management really well. So
Uh,
here, yeah, Muzammil, you're saying something?
Well, I think greatest is, calling me the greatest. It I would not recommend using here. But yes, I've been, trying very hard that I manage my time accordingly. Means at least according to what I have in my plate, and I do the best use of my time.
Right. So, what I've heard from most of the people in Gravy that you do it really like well. So, I will dive into the questions, but before that, I'll give a little introduction to my audience. What all about this podcast is going to be, right? So, this podcast is for the people or the targeted audience who have a lot of problems managing their time, and especially during this work from home situation where you have to balance your personal and your professional life all together, and you do not know exactly what to do, how to do. So, if you have these questions in your mind and they bug you at the middle of the night and make you feel like, oh my God, where is the time? 24 hours make you feel like they are a short window, then you are just right at the place. Your answers lie around the corner. So, Muzammil, first of all, congratulations on finishing or completing 7 years in Gravy and maybe more, I guess.
It's 9 years.
Oh,
So
9 years. Oh my God.
yeah. So this May, I completed 9 years in Gravy. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's absolutely great. So before Muzammil, let's start from the beginning, right? So how do you attack the day or start your day? Like, what is your motivation for starting a day?
Um, See, it's been 9 years I've been working, means into the career, or you can say just, I've been working with Gravy, but Gravy, uh, you know, for that matter, it could be any other company. I have never really thought anything when I start my day. Means I think I do not. Maybe one of the reasons I'm good at the time management because I do not do overthinking.
Okay,
One thing that has really helped me many a times whenever I feel like not starting a day, or I feel like that a little pressurized. I know there are a lot of things coming in, and I know that there are a lot of things that I have to work on. I start the day, means I don't think about the mindset, but with a positive attitude. So when I say positive attitude, some get that positivity from by saying prayers in the morning. Some get that positivity by saying, you know love to whom you love, love your parents, you love your
right.
partners, and all that. uh, some do it by saying, by showing gratitude to the others. Some do get that positivity by listening to songs.
Right.
So what is important is to not to think about what is coming in front of you in throughout the day.
Mhm.
You for the matter of like 30 minutes or 15-20 minutes before you start the day, just indulge in what you actually love doing, you know apart from work, of course. For example, if you want to watch a couple of videos on basketball, because I love watching basketball videos. So I will do that in the morning, and
Right.
then I start with the work. So that gives me a little sense of satisfaction that what I'm doing is like, you know uh, that I have a positive mindset, that I want to do it what I'm getting into. And you know that's how I started. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's great. So, the moral of the story is basically you start with your day with a positive note.
Yeah, and I'm saying it by experience as well. Means in the career of last 9 years that I have spent at Graby, or doing the IP work,
Right.
uh we have had done like the tasks which we felt are impossible.
Mhm.
So there is nothing that you cannot do.
Okay.
So there's uh, I think you shouldn't be worrying about that thing at all, because you have guidance. You know that there are people who would not let you down, at least
Definitely.
not let you quit. So with that, just indulge in
Definitely.
with the positive note that yes, we can do it, and let's go with that.
Gravy has that vibe that it never lets you quit or never makes you think that you are going to
Yeah.
quit. Yes, right. Okay, so like uh, it happens to all of us, right? That we are unproductive on some days. We don't feel like going to work, or we don't feel like starting the day, especially when your office is right at your home. It's very hard to get that initial boost for some of us on some days. So, does it happen to you? And if yes, how do you handle it?
See, I look at it from a completely different perspective. uh, if if this is happening like once in a while, means there is no frequency, there is no frequency that we can attach to it. But let's consider, for the sake of example, that maybe once in 3 months, that someday you get up and you don't feel productive, or you don't feel like going to work. uh, I will say that skip the work that day, don't do it. Just go and enjoy with your friends, or enjoy whatever you want to do that day. That's okay. But if it is happening very frequently, like every other day, you don't like going to work, then I think you need to change the job. You're in the wrong profession. You don't want to do it, because uh, my advice would always be to, whosoever, podcast goes to, that if every other day is like this, that you don't feel like productive in your work, you feel low while going to work, you don't feel like going to work at all,
Mhm.
then you are in the wrong job. You do not want to do it, and then just don't do it for the sake of like maybe few bucks. Do it what you actually want to do it.
Okay. So you say that passion is an important thing while it
Yeah,
while
so it'll automatically motivate you to go to work if you really like doing that.
right. Right. So like basically you said that if I am feeling, say for example, unproductive all of a sudden in some day, and even if like there is a lot of work in front of me, I should take a break, right?
Yes, so that happens. So I'll again take you to my college days, to the analogy of basketball.
Surely.
So we were in an engineering college. So it's a technical education,
Hmm.
and along with that, we loved playing basketball. So now when I say we loved playing basketball, even if we know that we had exam the other day, we would still go for the 4 p.m. basketball game,
Okay.
because we love doing it.
Right.
But there could be some cases, maybe once in a while, like once in 3 months, or once in 4 months, that we just skip it. No, like, let's just do something else, let's play something else today.
Okay. So a little bit of change might like help us in this
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So like if say sometimes what happens in the middle of the work, I open YouTube, for example. I have a small break of 5 minutes, and then I open YouTube, and then I see there are a lots of friends videos and stuff like that, and then I immediately like extend my break for some minutes extra, like it goes to 10, sometimes it's 15, but then I cut myself off because that's procrastination. So coming to the main point, like what are your ideas on procrastination? Because that is what has been keeping us away from our work and managing time.
Hmm. So the procrastination, of course, it's not good. Means, you know, but everyone does it.
Right.
Um, means if you know that there is a timeline to it, means if you keep on procrastinating a particular task, and you know that you would be able to still do it at the end, like we usually do in while our during our examinations in college, I think that's still okay. But there is a term, that's a newly introduced term. I don't know if it's newly, but it's new to me, that productive in procrastination. That means that
Right.
people feel they're doing something, but actually they're not actually doing the task which is very important, or which needed to be done.
Mhm.
So that's the most dangerous part, because in that case you yourself would keep on convincing yourself that you are doing the best that you could, but actually you are not.
Right.
and you know you'd show hindrance resistance in l- letting other your mentors or other person tell you that you're not actually getting into what's most important. You're just doing the tasks which are not important for the for that day. uh,
Right.
one one I'd say factor that affects or that may help us in not doing the productive procrastination is, whenever you start your day, you make a list of at least five things which are most important for you, which you would not go to sleep without doing those,
Right.
right? So
Mhm.
now those five could things could be as simple as finding a tier one, or is could be those could be as narrowed as like doing NPL research for at least 10 companies,
Right.
right? So you choose your own sphere, you choose your own diameter, and you put those five things in in that particular circle. And at the end of the day, before going to sleep, you pick that circle again and see if have you reached the end of or not.
Mhm.
So
Right.
what is why this productive procrastination is happening? Because we start the day without planning it. We don't know what is needed to be done,
Mhm.
so that we call that day as an accomplishment in our work day.
Right. So actually, I have found myself to, there is a famous YouTuber and a social media influencer, Ali Abdal. So I follow his videos because he produces a lot of productivity videos, and he says how he is immensely productive throughout the whole day. But I end up usually watching them for hours, and I'm not being productive. So what's your take on that? Like, how do I stop doing that? Say, for example, I have my tasks mentioned, but somewhere or somehow I'm losing my time and I'm not realizing that. So, how will the list help me in that case?
So at the end of the day, when you go back to the list and see, oh, I could achieve only two
Right.
out of three,
Mhm.
so that will you know that will give you a sense of the self introspection that we do.
Right.
Sometimes you might have realized that you start not liking your actions because you know that you could not achieve that because of those particular actions.
Mhm.
And that list, when you would look at it at the end of the on day first, you'd see you could not achieve three things, and then you'd figure out why you could not do that. And that spending time on YouTube videos, unnecessarily spending time on the YouTube videos, would become one of the reasons for that. And the next day, or maybe the day after, or maybe the day after, so it's not like that on the first day itself it will start giving you some productivity. Maybe in the longer run, like in 10 days or 15 days, you'll become accustomed to it, that the list that you're preparing has to be completed at the end of the day.
Right.
And
Okay.
for that, you'll start removing those roadblocks that are in that jump in while you're doing your work.
Hmm. Got it.
In
So,
fact, I would recommend that put that watching YouTube videos in your in that circle, that I will watch videos for at least 30 or 40 minutes or 50 minutes.
right. Right. That's a beautiful idea. I mean, we should plan our fun and our work as well. So
Yeah.
we can complete this year, right? So before like coming to the end of this session, I'd like to ask you like, what are those key things that you would say that you want to say to people who are actually struggling a lot with this time crunch?
So yeah, the concept of time management, generally people want to talk about it when people see that there is no work life balance, when people see that I spend too much time in the work and too less time doing the other
Right.
activities could be like maybe having fun, whosoever do not consider work having fun, for example.
Mhm.
So in that case, I believe that the factor is not the time management. The factor is not that you're not able to plan your day or manage your time properly. It's the factor is that you are actually not getting fun out of the work. So when you're not getting fun out of the work, you'd you know keep on doing it without realizing that you're not actually accomplishing anything, right? I'll give you one example. When I was kid, I used to, hate chemistry. I would not, I would not want to study it.
Right.
So whenever my father would ask me to study, to go and take the book, take the chemistry book, and at least read something from it, I would keep the book in front of me open, but I would not study or learn anything out of it. So I would
Opposite. Yeah.
convince myself or my father at that particular moment that yes, I am doing something, but actually I'm not doing anything. And the reason was because I wasn't having fun doing what I was doing. So when you start having fun in what you are doing, it could be like you start having fun in your work. It could be like you start having fun in the workshops. You would realize that the time management would never be a thing to you. It will automatically come.
Right.
Means I have not means in I don't know, I don't remember exactly, but in these 9 years I have never really thought of managing my time.
Mhm.
It's just like I just try to have fun in whatever I'm doing, whatever, be it like making a proposal, be it like doing the research, market research, interim analysis, whatever the task that I'm doing, I just try to you know uh, do fun with it. Means that's the fun part that I'm doing.
Right. Right. So that's basically great. On like some people do find their fun in their work, and maybe that is the way they survive. It's about managing your mind before you manage time. Right.
Yes, absolutely. It's managing your mind, or maybe the attitude towards what you're doing.
Right. Right. And that is how time management is a byproduct of that. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So that was basically very useful and concrete for our side. Do you have any like last thoughts to share?
Well, I think apart from this, if there would be many YouTube videos, there would be many articles which you can find on time management, which can give you many tips.
Right.
But means personally, I don't feel those tips work unless you actually start looking at your work the way you actually need to,
Right.
right? And just remember that the basketball thing that I talked about, you would also have had something similar in your college or your school days, which you would do regardless of whatever the day is, regardless of whatever the mood you were in.
Right.
So that will give you this the same sense that if I could do that because I love doing it, so maybe why can't I choose the same sort of thing that I love doing right now?
Right. That's really beautiful. Thank you.
That's it. Yeah, thank you, Rama, thank you for your session.
Thank you, Muzammil. I believe your words will reach to a lot of people like us who are struggling with it and help with our lives. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rama, for your time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.